Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Chase, and I'm here with a EUC tier list for you. Um, I'm gonna rank these EUCs. I think they're basically the most popular slash most viable EUCs, or I just put it on there to be funny, because they're so bad. Um, Before I get into this, I just want to say whatever electric unicycle you decide to go with, do your research. Don't just buy the first thing that looks cool. There's more to it than meets the eye. Think about what you want to do with your wheel. Are you a trail rider? Are you a jumper? Are you a street rider? Are you a curb bumper? Or are you a stair goer upper backwards? I don't know. Figure out who you want to be, and that may take some time. But without further ado, I guess we can get started. So this is the V8. It's D tier. It's bad. It's one of the earlier in motion models. I think I've seen one in my life before, and if you're serious about riding, I wouldn't buy one of these. A2, D tier. It broke Marty's ankle. Electric unicycle dude, pretty popular. He's been out the game because of that. Personally, I think that if you're going to be riding one of these like toy EUCs that are not the real deal, you might be a little more careful, but you never know when some malfunction might happen on a newer model. So this newer model, guy got hurt, very unfortunate. It's cool because it's the only like waterproof one. Dude can chuck it in the lake and then go grab it. Great. But yeah, it's better than a one wheel, but not quite real. The V10, it's C tier because you can kind of do some tricks on it. It's for like people who want to twirl around a bunch of times. People like kick around two of them at once, and that's the only reason I would ever get one. The King Song 16, I've never even actually seen this in person, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's D tier compared to all of these other ones. Alright, so now we're getting into the InMotion V12. Now this, I'm going to say, is B, A minus tier. It's a solid wheel. It's got the screen on top. It's got a decent trolley handle. It was my first wheel, although I had the high-speed version. And here is my old high-speed rim. As you can see, it's broken. Snapped, because it's a weak piece of crap. The V12 high torque has a better rim, and it's more reinforced, so yeah. I was going down curbs a lot on my V12, and one curb I hit, it basically snapped the pedal clean off because the V12 has these tiny, tiny screws that hold your foot pedals into place, which ain't cool, in my opinion. So if you're a heavier dude, I'd stay away from it. Alright, this is the RS19, I think. B tier, A tier, A minus. I don't know. I'm not really a big Begode fan, but I've rode one of these and it's pretty good. It's pretty similar to the V12, except it's a little bigger. I think it's got like 2-inch bigger tire diameter. And it's torquey, so it's a good beginner unicycle for sure. This is the EXN. I've never really seen one in person, but it's basically the big brother of the Gotway RS19. T4, A minus. Haven't seen one in person. Haven't rode it. I've only just seen stuff online, and it looks like, decent. It's got suspension, so it's a little bit better of an option than the V12, maybe. It depends on what you want, though. Then the Sherman Max, or I'll just call it the non-suspension Sherman Umbrella. It's a good wheel. My friend rode one forever, and then he upgraded to the Sherman S, which is the best wheel. Um, I would just say A minus because his rim was a little fucked up. So, his rim was a little messed up. So, yeah. But he rode it forever. So, and people love them. But compared to the suspension wheels, I wouldn't be buying this unless it was like used for like a really good deal. This thing, I've never seen an EX20 before. So it's going to go in B tier. EX30 though, I've been on. I'm going to put that in A tier because it felt really good to ride on. It's really torquey. The seat up here is really nice. Felt good to sit on. But the side pads, as all of the Bigodes have, suck, and they're being ripped off immediately. They're only being put on there because it looks cool, and it's like an aesthetically pleasing thing. But in reality, that's coming off, and Velcro's coming on, and you're going to be putting the Grizzly pads on there. That's my humble opinion. The Extreme Bull, I don't like it, dude. D tier. They've only made like one or two EUCs. They were awkward. Is it tied to Bigode? Is it not? I don't know. Yeah, it's probably the same thing. It's going to be my last pick. Crap, which one is this? This is the Master. Just the original Master. We'll say it's an A minus. My friend had one. I rode it after he'd ridden it for a while. It was kind of rickety. You know, not really crazy about the Bigode wheels either, so kind of being generous with this A minus. A minus, probably top of A minus is Kingsong S22. I've been rocking it since December, just the regular version. Had to upgrade the sliders, and I've also aided on it, and it damaged like the suspension, and I had to replace the controller. Big pain in the butt. My screws are all stripped on it, so anytime I want to do anything, I basically cry. So, yeah. But its bigger brother, the Pro, I will put in either A or S tier. We'll do A tier. You know, it's a really good trail wheel. It's really great for jumping. It's like the Jumpasaurus Rex right here. You're going to be launching over canyons and all kinds of fun stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I really love jumping my S22 as far as like going super fast. I don't trust it anymore. After I freaking ate it, I'm not trying to go fast on this thing. Like over about 65 kilometers an hour to 70, which is about like 43, 40-ish. I wouldn't go past there. It's scary. If you're skinny, you might be able to get away with it, but once you cut off on one wheel, you're like, it's hard to trust it. These Bigodes, I guess I'll just stick in A minus tier. Why isn't it taking them so long to freaking have a good Master Pro? I don't know. These are the bigger Master Pros versus this, the smaller one. This is the V2 with the Cyclops looking eyeball thing. I think that looks cool. I think that looks kind of chunky and weird, but it's pretty much the EX30 again. So you got basically Bigode iterating on the same design across a few different wheels. So it's got some advantages to doing it that way, but, you know, it's got the air suspension on this. Air suspension, air suspension, air suspension. And there's no, you'd have to like upgrade to a coil suspension, which is what this has. You can upgrade this to a coil suspension. It looks cool as crap. I think that's what Marty did. Sherman S is S tier. I'm biased. I just got it. It's my new wheel. I got the street tire on it. It's a beast, dude. It's bigger, but it's got so much range. I can basically send it all over the world, come back, and I'm at like 67%. So it's just a powerhouse of a wheel. I freaking love it. I can't get enough of it. Some drawbacks is like the fan, some of the noises sound like a Geiger counter or kind of some unsettling sounds, and it's a bit heavier than the S22, which is what I'm used to. I started on the V12, upgraded this, and I have this. So I sold my V12, no longer have that, but have both of these still. V11, it's B tier, I guess. Suspension feels weird. Can't go as fast, but it'll get the job done. It's a decent beginner wheel, but I'm not crazy about it. V13's A tier. People are like crazy about it. Oh my god, best wheel ever. I'm not really that crazy about it. I've rode one multiple times. Feels a little too tall for me, and kind of feels kind of like it has more wobbles because of the bigger tire. However, you can go fast as shit and sustain that speed. But you got the air suspension too. They're gonna plan to upgrade that. Excited to see what InMotion does next, but it just wasn't the wheel for me. Patton, A tier. Less range though. It's more like a trick wheel or an off-road wheel. A little trail action. It's heavy. It's heavier than your S22 for sure, but it's pretty robust. It's also like smaller, like less wide and less tall, so pretty interesting to see how that will go. It's a newer wheel, so it's just basically the little brother of the Sherman S. And then Begode Extreme. The look is A tier, but as I said before, you're ripping these pads right off. They're coming right off. Would look sick with some orange grizzlet pads. And yeah, I mean, it looks like a Begode that I would be interested in looking at, but haven't looked too much at it. Saw a couple ads. It's not really out yet. It's anticipated, so I don't know. Is it A or A minus? Probably somewhere in there. S19 is definitely A tier. It's got the coil shock. A little slower, but it's more of like a chill cruiser. The look is S tier. Let's just get that straight. It's got LED lights, which is cool. Speaker, which I think is kind of stupid, but still kind of cool. Because I had the speaker in this, and I was always blasting crap. But your ears are not where your feet are, so when you go fast, you can't really hear it. So it's cool. It's a cruiser from the future. So that's what I think about that. S18 is pretty B tier. It's pretty dang good. I mean, it's a robust wheel, so I mean, yeah. My friend has one, and he's rode it forever, so. And it's in the King Song family, so pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, that's my tier list basically, and I don't know. If I hate it on Begode, it's because I'm not really too much of a fan of theirs. I've had all the other brands, I think. So yeah. I hope that this informs you on your decision to buy an EUC. Go ahead and roast me in the comments if I said anything you disagree with, so everyone can know. This is Chase Sends It. Out.